In this lesson I want to talk about special shaders that you can find in Cinema 4D. So let's cover them. You will find them here under File, Shader. The first one is called BNG. I don't know why Maxon called them with these crazy names, but that's the way it is. If I apply to this torus object and do a preview render, just increase this quality slider a bit. And if I double click here, you will see that this shader is a little bit different. It's designed exclusively for creating glass and transparent objects. It has options to create various speculars, so you can have few more as opposed to one in just standard material. These particular shaders can work very well if you have a specific task. So let me show you the next one. I will delete this one. Let's create a new that is called BenZ shader, and as you can see, it's designed to create wood patterns, so various woods of any kinds. It also has options for a few more speculars, and it can produce really nice results. Let's create another one, and it's called the chin shader. So see, I'm changing the material by deleting it and applying a new one. I can actually hold my Alt key and drag that chin material over that BenZ and it will replace it. The downside to this is that original material will be deleted. So let me undo that. This can become a little bit problematic when you have many objects that have the same material applied. So to change that really quickly, you would go here, Function, and select Texture Tags and Objects, and it will select all material, all objects that have exactly that same material, and you can simply drag that material, new material you want to apply here, and it will replace them all. And it will preserve this original material. That's just a quickie workflow tip. Chin shader is especially suitable for building some molecular looking stuff, or like cells or some microscopic things and something like that. The next one we have here is called Daniel. Let's replace that material. So we'll go Functions, select Texture Tag Objects, and simply drag that new material here. And the Daniel material is really designed for some glossy objects or metallic object. It has an isotropy feature here, so it can simulate anisotropy scratches, and we will cover that also. The next one we have here is a fog shader. It's really self-explanatory. I can delete all this just to avoid confusions and simply drag this here. And it's designed to create fog effects, simple as that. It has some options to it you can play with, and it can also give nice results in some situations. Let me delete this one also. Let's go with our second, and that's a Mabel shader, and you can already see it's designed to create marble-like structures, and you can use it on vases and marble floors and stuff like that. You also have many options here, and you can also combine two surfaces together, so that's really useful. We delete that one also. The next one is, oops, sorry about that. Delete that. Just a little happy accident. Well, the last one I want to cover is Nuke shader. Nuke shader is especially suitable for creating really metallic looking stuff and polishes, and for example for cars. Let me just show you some. I'll change a color to something like, well, let's go for a blue one this time. And it can yield really good results on that surfaces. I think it's only fair to cover this. I'll delete this torus object, disable my preview, and I want to show you just this terrain shader. This pyrocluster and pyrocluster volume tracers are completely something different, and they work with pyrocluster in Cinema 4D, which we'll not cover in this tutorial. So let me create this terrain shader. Terrain basically simulates, through some gradient and fractal calculations, it simulates a terrain. So let me apply it, and you will see nothing has happened, but during render time the calculation will be done. It's a little difficult to use, so I almost never use it, but it's always a good idea to show you everything you have in Cinema 4D. I think this pretty much covers the basics, and we will continue with material building in our next lesson.